title odds, with 3 of the top 6 teams never having won a championship. Now we got the Clippers, Nets, and the Suns, and the Clippers opened at plus 850, now sit at plus 700, and the third best odds after the John Wall news. Here's an excited Steve Ballmer on his team's outlook.
Come on, man. Not only your best player, but one of the preeminent handful of top players in the world. I'm really excited about that. And, you know, Kawhi's in the gym, he's working, and we got our fingers crossed. Everything keeps going on schedule.
How much are you dying just to see this team healthy for not just a full season, but the entire postseason, too? Because you really kind of haven't had a chance to see that.
I think we stay healthy next year. We're going to be having a chance to talk way late into the spring season. How's that?
All right, we had a handful of emotions just there. Now, Freddie, are you buying this Clippers legit title threats?
No, but I want what he has.
I want what he has.
When it comes to Steve Ballmer.
I want to sip what he's
What's the old line from the movie? You know, I'll have what she's having. Yeah, exactly. I'll have what he's having from that standpoint.
A lot of
because
emotion.
There are a lot of owners in sports, Mad Dog, Courtney, and Victoria. Steve Ballmer's one of my favorite guys because
personality.
And he's the ultimate fan that owns a team but enjoys everything about it. But he mentioned the key word there. If we are healthy, the key words, if we are healthy. And that is something that even he knows. If Kawhi Leonard is healthy, there's no guarantee he's going to play 65 or 70 games because they want to rest him with the playoffs to minimize the risk of him being injured. Paul George had his injury issues last year, and I thought Paul George was fantastic carrying this basketball team. And now you're hoping that John Wall can be, if he's 1/4 or 1/5 of what he had been the Washington Wizards, that's going to help them out a little bit. But yeah, I'm not going to buy them, not saying legitimate title contenders, I just don't see them winning an NBA championship because, unfortunately, and I hate to do this, the Clippers are going to clip. Something is going to happen where, you know what they're going to be like? They're going to be like Charlie Brown on the mound. Use your baseball analogy. They're going to be Charlie Brown on the mound, and he's thinking the fastball's going to work, and next thing you know, the ball hits him, all his clothes fly off. That always seems to happen with the Clippers at a certain point. I'm hoping that's not the case. I love Steve Ballmer and what they've been able to do. They're legitimate title contenders. I just don't see them winning a championship next year.
I like the bet. Plus 700. Is that what it was? I like that. I would take a run at it. Ballmer should be careful because this is a star-crossed franchise. Something always goes wrong, and they've had a lot of bad luck, so he shouldn't put pressure on him, and he should lay low. We'll see how we do. You know, he's almost putting some extra pressure. He shouldn't do that, and he's making Wall out to be, can I see Wall play 60 games? He hasn't played in 2 years. But if Wall is effective and motivated, you bring Leonard into the mix, you got George, they have a pretty good nucleus. They should have beaten the Pelicans in that play-in thing. They lost, a terrible loss when they had a big lead in the fourth quarter. But they have a chance to be a very, very good team. But Kawhi has to play. And when he does play, he's top 3 or 4 guys in the NBA. But he's got to play. And the last time we saw Kawhi, they collapsed against Denver in the bubble. And then they got hurt last year against Utah. He plays, they could be very, very good.
All right, Courtney, legit?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not yet. I won't say that I'm going to put them over the other 3 teams that I had mentioned, Warriors, Mavs, and Grizzlies in the West, but their entire postseason hopes rest on whether Kawhi Leonard can stay healthy. I mean, Paul George, they got 31 games out of him last year. Injuries have not been kind to the Clippers, but when it comes to John Wall and the upgrade that they made, we don't know if he's going to start at the point guard position or if he's going to come off the bench. This is a team that likes to shoot off passes. They were 39.4% on catch and shoot threes. That was the best in the NBA last year. So I think that there are signs there that are pointing to this team being one of the best in the West. Will they contend for a title? Their window is open right now. But I'm with Freddie. This team Clippers too often for me to go all in on them just yet.
They've been clipped off, you know.
Although going back to the point of the Golden State Warriors, it's become a verb, unfortunately. Going back to the point about the Golden State Warriors, how really weird is it to imagine that 2 years ago this organization had 15 wins. 2 years later, we're talking about that the Golden State Warriors are back running the NBA. If somebody told you that they would be in a better position than a team led by LeBron James in Los Angeles, they would have told you that you were out of your rabbit behind mind when it came to that.
But just a year ago, a lot of people, including on this show, were ruling out Golden State winning a title.
And Steph Curry remembered. He did he remembered.
Good point. And they lost to Memphis in that playing game last year. I mean, Curry did a heck of a job. It'll be interesting to see what their motivation is. But I think the Clippers got a chance. Again, Western Conference is going to be very, very good. But the Clippers, if they are into it, and they play some games, all right? And not 40 games. Play some ball games.
Yeah.
They play 65, 70 games, the three of them together. He's a good coach.
Ty Lue's really
He's a good coach.
Really good.
They do that, they could be very dangerous in the postseason. They really could.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mad Dog. You'll be back here tomorrow.
You're going to get me back-to-back days.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.